Hello, I'm Jules,
Hello, I'm Sarah.
and welcome to Jules and Sarah, the podcast.
Oh, well, welcome, hello, and hi. I have got to tell you, something's just happened.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's a bit of peril over here, right, this morning. So, a few weeks ago we were talking about putting things in the dishwasher, and you and I were like, stick it in, what's the problem?
Yeah.
I'm very similar with the washing machine. Right, I will pretty much stick anything in the washing machine. There's not much that, unless it's very, a very high-end like piece or something, and it wants dry clean only. I'm like, okay, fine. Other than that, it's fair game for the washing machine. Anyway, John's got this it's like a Mac, like a little Unico lightweight navy Mac, and he was walking home yesterday from the station, and this isn't like him actually, and he dropped it, right? And it was only when he got home that he was like, oh, where's my jacket? What have I done? And he drove back because he was picking up Louis, and when he drove back, he noticed it. He dropped it on the floor. Anyway, it was right outside of a building site. So there's sand, there's workmen, there's, it's like, it's not just been put on a pavement for 10 minutes. It's probably been trodden on, right? Like marched over as bricks have been carried over it. So it was quite grubby. So he was like, oh, I need to wash this jacket. He's like, I've got to wash this jacket, but the lining, like, what about the lining? Because the lining sort of started to come away, like here and there and stuff. And I was like, oh, don't be so bloody ridiculous. Like, don't be so ridiculous. It's a Unico Mac, it'll be fine. Anyway, he's gone to work, and I was like, oh, I'll wash that Mac. The lining, it's gone like a bin bag. It's gone like it's peeling off. Large, huge pieces of lining, like the labels come off inside, that you hang it up with. Oh,
Have you let him know?
no.
Oh no, so
No,
you've
he's
got to
at
break the
work.
news when he gets home.
When he gets home, he's going to be presented with his Mac.
Oh, that's so upsetting.
Oh dear, it's gone very badly, it turned out. But I was adamant. I was like, I don't even know why you're even like fussing about this silly Mac. And it's
What did the care label say?
Oh, I don't know. I've got no
right.
idea. Yes, that's perhaps one of my. I should definitely have checked the label. Oh no!
Cut the label out and say there wasn't one in it.
It looks all right from the outside. It's just not going to have any lining. I mean,
Well, that'll do.
oh, it'll be fine. It'll keep the rain off his back like this. I'm like, oh no! Yeah, I'll have to go down. I got it out the washing machine, and I was like, oh dear, this has not gone to plan. But I've hung it up to dry. So when it's dried, I might just do my best with it. But yeah, it's not good.
I accidentally washed one of Dutch's prized holiday shirts when we got back from holiday, and it's so beautiful, and I just threw it in.
Oh.
And there was something that dyed colour out, and it just meant the colour went off.
Oh God.
And Dutch literally, and he was away, and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I ironed the shirt perfectly, put it back in the wardrobe, and just pretended like nothing had happened. And then round a hot day came, and that shirt was needed, and he went ballistic, like absolutely ballistic. And I was like, I'm so sorry, like this happened. But I think it was the fact that I think the word deceit was used.
Oh! Sure, I see.
So
Underhand.
It was a lot of rage, and I
Right.
felt so guilty until we got back from Ibiza last year. Now, Sarah, I have a wardrobe for Ibiza that does not see the UK shores.
No.
This is a whole other, we're talking like low plunging V's, like vests. I've always got my arms out in Ibiza. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. Just clothes that I wouldn't really wear in the UK. I pulled out this silk, very limited edition piece of scrumpled fabric from the wet laundry, and I was like, you have washed my favourite clubbing top. Like, and Sarah, when I say that it is such a deep plunge, it's got no buttons, it's got these like loose pirate sleeves, it's so camp and over the top, and I like tan for that top.
Right.
Like, I build my whole beauty routine. I've got to wax my chest when I wear that top. And I've never seen Dutch get in his car and go to the dry cleaners at once, and they fixed it all.
Oh,
They
fantastic.
fixed it all. The silk, I mean, I don't think it's the same. It's not the same. It has a slight fluff to it now.
But
which
it's been rescued, like, to a degree.
it's been rescued to a degree. So everything is fixable. Lining can be re-added.
That's true, actually. That is true. I might super glue the label back on, actually. I might give it a trim.
No, I don't think you should. I don't think you should go to that extent. I think you need to show him the damage.
Yeah, and go, look, I did my best, which was...
But you could bend the truth. You did wash it on cold and something went horribly wrong.
Yeah.
Or did you put it in with the towels at 90?
No, I put it in. I put it in on its own at 30.
Okay.
Yeah, for a 15-minute. So.
Oh my God, and it's done that. Pathetic.
I
That
know,
trench needs to grow a backbone.
Oh, grow up.
Get a life,
15-minute
Trent.
30. Anyone could do that.
I could do that. That's
Anyone
just a
can
bath.
get through that. It's a bath. It's had a bath and it's done that. Yeah, I'll keep you posted about John's lining. Well, will we do a bit of correspondence?
Let's.
Darling Jules and Sarah, and I must echo everyone's sentiment so far, is just so thrilled to have you back. I've been a long time listener. I first started listening when you were still in the cab office. I remember Biscuit of the Week oh so well. And I think I first pressed play, it was my first year of uni. I'd moved down to Surrey. I was miserable, and it was just, oh, do mind the dog just barking in the background. He must have his twopenneth known. I remember being so homesick and just news from the north, and if that was even a thing then, I can't even remember. But it was just so glorious. And I think hearing other listeners talking about their favourite episode titles, I don't remember the subject, but I remember Jules and Sarah with the Maxi Mover. And I remember that being an absolute treat. It's so gorgeous to still have you in my ears. You're something that I always go back to. I remember the live. I still have a picture somewhere of hugging June at the live, which was so gorgeous. And just know, I think, because obviously we know that the world is on fire, but having a little corner of the internet, being part of the Portslade crew, you bring so much joy. And I know we all heap praise on you, but just know that you are such a linchpin of gorgeousness, and that you make such a difference in all of our lives by bringing the podcast to our ears. And so I just want to say thank you so much, because it is a service. We'll see if we can get you prescribed on the national health. That would be gorgeous. But thank you again for all that you do. I love that I get to listen, and it's been a decade, if not even more. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.
And that is Ben Pesci, an OG.
Ben, oh my gosh, Ben, the dream. It is a service. It is a service we're providing. Ben, I really let that land, actually. I really let that land, because so often, when somebody says something nice to you, or like something about the podcast, I'm like, oh yeah, that's nice, thanks. I actually really let that one land. I was like, we are a linchpin. We are doing a service. Yeah, thanks,
You're my
Ben.
linchpin, Sarah. This podcast is a linchpin for me massively.
It's a worry to be anyone's linchpin. Can't even wash a jacket.
Okay, now I've had a little bit of written correspondence here. Now this is from Lucy.
Ooh.
Hey Jules and Sarah, absolutely overjoyed the pod is back and you are back in our ears once again. Yeah. The last few episodes of messages from Port Salut crew talking about getting married inspired me to message in too.
Fantastic.
I'm getting married soon in Glasgow. Aye, born in Scotland, and I'm giving you this as your formal invite to a Port Salut crew wedding. I'm a Scottish girl who is marrying an Indian guy. We are having a Catholic Sikh wedding. Sending so much love to all the fellow podcast brides out there and to you both as well, Lucy. Lucy, would be great if you could attach the details
Yes.
of the wedding, because Sarah and I, we do have lives, but we don't have lives.
That's
and
true.
we will travel for food and drink.
We can drop everything. Oh my gosh, what an amazing wedding. What did you say? Catholic and Sikh wedding. Oh my God, what
Stunning.
a thing. Absolutely amazing.
So much. I love Catholic weddings because Catholic churches are so dramatic. There's so
yeah.
much and then Sikh weddings, I haven't been to one. I would imagine colour and great food.
Yes, I would. The outfits must be absolutely stunning.
It's a white horse at a Sikh wedding, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, hang on. Let me just quickly Google this. I'm pretty sure you arrive on a white horse at a Sikh wedding.
Oh my gosh. Lucy, if you don't arrive on a white horse, I think it's an opportunity miss.
Yes, a white horse is traditionally used in Sikh weddings for the groom's grand arrival. Hello.
Oh, it's for his arrival. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I really hope they're doing it. Through the streets of Glasgow, what
Yes.
could be more
and
fabulous?
even if budget is tight, a white Shetland will do just fine.
Absolutely, yeah. We'd settle for anything at this stage. We'll have a cutout. We don't mind.
A goat will do.
I've actually got another wedding bit of correspondence. Dear Jules and Sarah, I'm writing with what I hope is a small request. My sister Charlotte is getting married this weekend. Now, this was a while ago. Charlotte may well be happily married.
On a honeymoon.
She may even have returned, gone back to work after a honeymoon. Is getting married this weekend, and a shout out and blessing from you two would genuinely send her over the edge in the best way possible. We've been listening to the podcast since 2016 and, like the true Salut crew, have re-listened to episodes more times than is probably healthy. Our gateway episode was the iconic with a ski lift, and we have been devoted ever since. Over the years, your podcast has been soundtrack to countless walks, car journeys, laughs, and those moments when life has felt a bit much. It's something we've always shared, and it's brought us so much joy. My sister actually gazumped me with a voice note a few weeks ago to thank you both. I know she would be absolutely beside herself if she heard her name mentioned as she heads into her wedding weekend. She's marrying the kindest man, and I couldn't be happier for them. So if you were able to send a little blessing to Charlotte and Michael as they begin married life, it would mean the world. Thank you for years of laughter, comfort, and pure podcast magic. Love and light, Abby. What a fabulous message, Abby. I mean, it almost reads like a press release for Jules and Sarah.
It made me tear up, you listening together as sisters in the car for walks, and that's
So
just
lovely.
so nice.
Oh.
Also, I love knowing what your gateway episodes are.
Yes, yeah. Ben gave us theirs and it's perfect. Charlotte and Michael, happy wedding. Look after each other. May this be the start of the rest of your beautiful lives together.
Amen. Amen.
Absolutely.
Gorge.
Gorgeous. Please get in touch. We love it. You can do it on the WhatsApp. That's probably the easiest way. You can slide into the DMs. It's getting a bit messy in there at the moment. I'd stick to WhatsApp, but
WhatsApp's best.
Look, it's best, but equally, whatever works for you will make it work for us. How are Sheila and Ken?
Oh my God, I phoned Ken. So actually, Port Salut crew, at the time of listening to the pod, I will be in Norway with Ken. I will be on our walking and birding holiday with Ken and Dutch. Am I nervous about the trip? Yes, I am nervous.
What's your concerns?
I'm nervous about my wardrobe. The hiking wardrobe I've had to really dust that off from the bottom of the activewear drawer. I don't have boots, which I need to actually order. Ken is also flapping about the airport correspondence and documents and files.
Gatwick
Nothing's
Dad,
been
yeah.
printed off. I don't have a copy of the boarding pass. I'm not. Just turn up.
Yeah.
I will do it all. Just
Just
be there.
arrive, Ken. That's the joy of it all. Nobody's printing anything these days.
But I phoned him to check in and just, I thought better just check in that he's all right because I know he's starting to pack. Things are being laid out on the bed. Anyway, he picks up the phone today and there's like this rustle, like before he'd answered, and he was like, hello, Julian. Oh, just a second. I'm just lying down in somebody's garden photographing their water lilies. I was like... Right, okay, Dad, like just a second. He
You've
was like,
caught me, actually. You've caught me at a moment.
And Ken, like he started photographing things around the village and sending it in, and it's becoming the front cover photos for like their parish news.
Oh, he's the official parish photographer. That's
Well,
what I'm
no,
hearing.
he's just, I think, the only person that sends pictures in.
Right,
So,
okay. Yeah.
But I think a couple of other villagers try, but Ken does have, he does have an artistic background. He has got an eye.
He's got the eye. I mean, look at him on Google Images.
Oh, well, that's it. So people have now started phoning him asking if they can photograph their gardens. And as Ken said on the phone today, he said, I'll just get in the car, just a minute, I'll get in the car. And he shuts the car door and he goes, to tell you the truth, Julian, it's getting a bit out of hand. Everybody keeps phoning me for these garden portraits.
He should. Is there some sort of charge that could be taking place
that's what
here?
I said.
A charitable donation, maybe.
Well, I think it's, they're each showing their gardens. It's like Garden of the Week within the parish news or something.
Yes.
So
Okay.
that's really happening. Anyway, I said, how are you feeling about Norway? How are you getting on? He said, I'm trying not to get too excited publicly because obviously your mum isn't coming. Sheila had every opportunity to come. She has said no. She's not interested.
She doesn't want to go.
She doesn't want to go. But Ken's like, obviously every time I pack, I'm clenching my fists and punching the air and I'm so excited. And I said, oh, Ken, what have you thought about alcohol? Because in Norway, it is very, 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 very expensive. So Dutch and I were thinking about maybe taking some wine in our suitcase or something. Because
hip flask.
Maybe just to keep costs down. And Ken said, I've been thinking about a hip flask of whiskey, but of course I'm scarred by the last time I went to Norway.
Oh.
Ken, go on. He was like, it was about 30, 40 years ago when I went to Norway with the lads, and it was eye-wateringly expensive. So I decided in the airport to buy a bottle of duty-free whiskey. Lovely. And Ken said, I got through security, I'd landed in Norway, everything was great. I decided to put the whiskey in my bag and put the bag on my shoulder. I was walking for just a bit of time and the bag strap broke. The rucksack fell to the floor, the whiskey smashed all over the floor of Oslo Airport, and my whole rucksack and all its contents smell of whiskey for the entire 14-day trip.
God, 14 days!
14 days because he was washing stuff in rivers. They were camping.
Oh, God, and just this whiff of the famous grouse wafting over.
That bottle of bells that Ken had really counted his coins for.
Oh, God, I feel terrible for him. I feel terrible.
So Ken's a bit anxious about, coming on. I think he's been eyeing up Yeti hip flasks.
Yeah,
like really industrial things.
I was going to say. I mean, look, that was a long time ago, Ken. You were a different, much younger man. You were young. You were careless. You wouldn't do that now.
Rucksacks have come on a long way, as have bottles.
Rucksacks have come on a long way.
There's something now called, I think it's like product quality control and standards, Ken. They have to be tested to lift weights. Not back then. They were just being tacked on with a single bit of cotton.
Oh, if you were lucky, yeah. No one to blame.
Rucksack come satchel.
Oh my
Anyway,
gosh.
Speaking of rucksack come satchel, how is June?
I know, it's somebody who's never owned a rucksack in her life. I couldn't even imagine her wearing one.
I'd like to see that though.
I would. June, at the time of recording, is live fiddling. She's on a fiddling trip. She's in Wales. I can't remember if this one's with the nuns or not, but she's gone. Clinky clink. The 6 bottles from Majestics rattling away. In the boot, she's off. Also, now let me think when this podcast will be going out. So it will have just happened. June's had her birthday, but it hasn't happened yet. It'll be happening in between you listening to this and us recording this, and I will be up there. I am going to June's next week.
So the next episode, we're going to be coming fresh with June, like
I will have been with
June
her. She'll have stories of the fiddling. She'll have stories, something from the birthday. That's how we're going to do. But my brother, not the euphonium brother, the other brother, he went up. So he went up with his gorgeous 2 little girls and his partner. They all went up to go and see Mum, to go and stay for a few days. Anyway, Mum made this pudding, right? So she made this pudding. She popped it in the Aga. She didn't set a timer, right?
Oh dear. Was it a rise?
I don't know. I feel like I know the pudding because she does make it a lot, which if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's to do with waffles, white chocolate and raspberry. So but it may not be that. It may be something else. Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good one. Anyway, she popped that in the oven. Then she got carried away. Suddenly she's in the study, fiddles out. She's playing Irish little fiddle tunes for the babies, right? She's fiddling, they're having a lovely time, she's all getting carried away, you know what I mean? She's like fiddling with one hand, pouring a Guinness with the other, like she's just living the dream, right? Suddenly my dad comes in, he's like, are you cooking something, June? June swore, leapt up, threw the fiddle to one side, ran to the kitchen. I mean, my brother said it was beyond burnt. It was charcoal. Mum gets it out, swearing. And
June's
said,
not a swearer.
Oh my God, my brother couldn't believe it. And she just kept saying, there was a whole punnet of raspberries in it. There's a whole punnet of raspberries in that. A whole pack of raspberries in that. Anyway, she was like, I can save it. I can save it. Johnny was like, there's no way. This was not like
it's gone, June.
It's not
it's
a
gone.
Let it go, June. But she couldn't because of the whole punnet of raspberries. Anyway, Johnny said he came back later on. She was like, I've saved it. And he said it was the smallest, tiniest piece from the middle of this whole pudding. She'd gone through it, like scraped the top, scraped around the edges, and he said it was one like portion from the middle with a blob of yoghurt on it. She's like, that'll be lovely. It was burnt to a crisp, bless her. I'll save it. I can save it.
We've all had an experience of a mum
gosh.
saving a pudding and shaving things off. Yes.
Trying to salvage something from the wreckage.
And I actually, that is like,
gosh.
in our family, there's always an emergency vanilla cart door backstage, you know.
just waiting.
Just to dress up some tragedy.
The understudy. Oh my God. Will we do a bit of parish news?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh.
One day I thought, that's enough. The people fighting back against pothole-riddled roads.
Oh my gosh. It's what parish news is made up. The backbone of parish news is potholes.
Sitting in St Albans Crown Court, waiting for his case to be called, Derek Bennett's anger momentarily gave way to a sense of disbelief. I mean, there's all sorts of cases going on, he says. I just couldn't believe I was there with this stupid subject. Initially, neither could the judge, whom Bennett says remarked that such issues were surely a matter for the magistrates. But Bennett, a 68-year-old construction consultant who had spent decades navigating building rules and regulations, had read the law carefully. Section 56 of the UK Highways Act 1980 clearly states the highway authority or other person responsible for a road in England or Wales is liable to maintain it, and should it fall into disrepair, A member of the public may apply for a Crown Court order to fix it. The other crimes would just have to wait. Bennett was here about potholes. Well. And also, Sarah, did we talk about the fact that I had to mend that tyre on the pothole?
That you had to change a tyre.
Yeah,
when
because
you were
of a
up
pothole.
north.
I have been, and I quite like this. For anyone who needs that again, who is appealing potholes, it's Section 56 of the UK's Highways Act 1980. There you go.
Is he applying to fix it himself? Or is he applying to get it fixed?
I think he's applying to get it fixed.
Okay, all right, carry on. Yep.
In case you haven't driven, walked, cycled, skated, scooted, or taken a bus lately, Britain's roads are in a dire state. When the Transport Secretary, Heidi Alexander, hit a pothole in Oxfordshire so deep that her car had to be towed away recently, it struck a national chord, one that sounded something like ka-thunk. Like many people, Bennett had spent recent years watching the roads around his house in Berkhamsted deteriorate. It's been getting worse and worse, he says. He wrote to the Hertfordshire County Council, but it was ignored. Most people would have left it there. Bennett is not most people. I've got an overdeveloped sense of justice, he says drillly. I must take some tablets. More than 53,000 people brought claims against local authorities last year for damage caused by potholes, burst tyres, dinged alloys.
Epidemic.
Wrecked suspensions. Tell me about it. I can feel you. Hang on. Perhaps the best known pothole vigilance is Harry Smith Haggett, whose TikTok account, Pretty Potholes, chronicles his travels around the country, filling them with flowering plants. A landscaper and decorator, he started making the videos in 2024 when he filled a hole in his own road in Horsham, West Sussex. West Sussex. Oh, they're a bit posh there, aren't they? If you use concrete or tarmac, that is putting a permanent structure in, which is obviously illegal, he says. I thought, well, I'll put plants in and see what happens. And coincidence, it all got fixed the next working day. Smith Haggett's videos of himself beautifying potholes have now been viewed millions of times. We've done 6 today, he says.
Sure.
Travelling the county and filling potholes while following his beloved Crawley Town FC. He has seen more of Britain's dilapidated road network than most. Asked where is the worst, his answer is immediate. Sorry, Port Salut crew. His answer is immediate. Nothing compares to Birmingham. The account has made him a minor celebrity. Traffic regular pulls up to thank him. Locals invite him in for tea.
Oh my gosh.
I get thousands of people saying, can you come here? He says he can no longer reply to every request.
Can you come here?
He says you can no longer reply to every request due to volume. The piece goes on and on and on,
well,
and on and on. But I feel like I've given you the best bits.
There's so much to say. There's so much to say out there. People do get very upset about potholes. Why are they so bad? Why don't they just fix them? And there it is again. Once again, me, who's never worked for the council, never repaired a pothole in my life, wouldn't know where to begin. Why don't they just get on with it?
I like the idea of like planting things in them.
Yeah,
you can't
gorgeous.
put tarmac or concrete, put something else.
As soon as somebody drives over it, though, isn't that it for the plant?
Yeah, but you'd have to swerve the pothole anyway.
I see. Okay, so yeah, all right.
So I think it's only a deep one. I think you've got to, when they're really deep.
Yeah, okay, sure. My parish news comes from Sheffield. Gong Bath Co-op freezers inspire new album. Inspiration can come from the strangest of sources, but for one group of musicians, Sheffield's row of droning freezers has become the catalyst for a new 11-track album. Matt Pronger said he devised the silly idea after the appliances hit the headlines with their soothing ambient hum, which has been likened to a gong bath. Now, with the members of the city's DIY music scene, the compilation of songs, all featuring or inspired by the Freezers, at the Co-op in Ecclesall Road has been released. Pronger says money raised from the sale of the album would be donated to the S2 Food Bank. It's what's Sheffield? It's just
Yorkshire, isn't it?
just
like
Yorkshire.
that?
It's a really odd feeling, he said. How exciting can a freezer sound? There's a limit to that. It feels really odd to be there. We're surrounded by machine noises all day long, but very rarely is what we call a concordat. So very rarely does it make a musical noise. There's a dispute about whether the freezers are in C major or whether they're in A6. Pronger said the contributing artists had 2 weeks and some scrubby samples to create their tracks, which include Frozen Out, Ice Cream Lament, and controversially Co-op in C major. The final track, simply called Co-op Freezers, was recorded by 15 members of the Emerge collective, including Pronger, and that live at the shop. I've got to confess, we didn't tell Co-op that we were coming. We figured it was maybe easier to ask for forgiveness than permission, he said.
Amen.
The staff were lovely. There were a lot of people who were sort of pretending they couldn't see it, which was kind of funnier. It felt like a very odd experience. I probably won't be doing that one again. Emerge Collective, which contributed to the album, holds open meets at the Gardener's Rest each month and has built a community of musicians, Pronger said. He added, that means you've always got like-minded people. If you have a silly idea and go, what do people think? 3 or 4 people might go, yeah. Then you're going to have to do it. Speaking to the BBC Radio Sheffield, Pronger suggests another idea. You guys organise the proms. What about this? 20 freezers on stage at the Royal Albert Hall. We'll see if Richard Hawley wants to come and sing something heartbreaking about when Debenhams used to be open. All proceeds from the album, which is on Bandcamp and available for download, will be donated to the S2 Food Bank. There it is.
A lovely
There
piece of
it
community news.
Yeah.
I love the tuning forks by the Freezers image.
Yes. Is it C major? No, I think
It's A6.
it's A6. We adore you for listening. We just absolutely love you for being here. Thank you. What a tonic. We always finish on Jules's affirmation of the week. What have you gone for?
The universe doesn't wait for you to prove yourself. It waits for you to trust yourself.
Amen. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye.